Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Company Heroes 2 shoutcast between Bondage Male, Sex Male, Party Male, playing as the Germans, and who is this? Darlasage. Darly Saggy. Saggy Darls. I love those. Playing as the United States in the pink trunks, or whatever it is. Ame Police Funk likes to say. This match is being simultaneously live streamed on the Twitches, the Twitching TVs. If you want to follow my channel on Twitch TV, you can follow along as I cast in real time and tell me things about your life, about what sort of foods you like, about your deepest dreams and desires. This bulletin, 7% increased range. That's really nothing to sneeze at, you know? Especially when you add the accuracy and 2% harder to hit, even though Panzer Grenadiers don't get that. Don't get the fast. And here's the boring. These bulletins are the most boring ones because they work for both sides, even. It's like fucking veteran training infantry, recruit training infantry, officer training infantry. Like, they can't even specify whether it's rifleman or German grenadier because it's not even fucking... It just cross-cuts the Axis and the Allies. And they all have boring doctrines, too. Jaeger armor doctrine. That's boring. Heavy cav. Everybody loves this one. Rifle company. Everybody loves this one. Tactical support. Oh, man. You've got 3 of the cool things, none of the boring ones. So, great. The American seems to be capping much more of the map as I hiccup my way through this. Why that is, it's kind of a mystery. Oh god, the hiccups, they're serious. Why that is kind of a mystery to me. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points seized for the Americans versus 1, 2, almost 4, 5, almost 5. Okay, much better. Much better, we got parity. And the rear echelon, it's always a big choice whether you send your rear echelon forward or to the rear echelon, if you will. Because on the one hand, you know they're pretty much going to lose the fight instantly if you send them forward and they get into a fight. So that's kind of a pain. Then, especially on a map like this with a long retreat, notice how well those Pioneers did in the fight. The Riflemen were moving the entire time. They really never got any shots off, and they were so close to the Pioneers. That's where the MP40s... Why are you fucking throwing your Riflemen away like this? What the goddamn hell, Sam? What do you think is going to happen? Oh my Jesus Christ. Clearly, he shift-clicked onto that fuel at one point in the past and did not give a fuck what happened after that, because that was like a series of fights you could not win. It just went from bad to worse. But that's what happens when you keep your Riflemen moving and get them in close to the Pioneers. When the Pioneers aren't moving, they're in cover, they've got everything they want, so that's bad. Anyways, it's always a choice whether to send your rear echelon forward, you risk sort of getting into a fight and then immediately having to retreat, or send them back. Obviously not as efficient. You can send them there anytime, so you don't want to do that at the beginning of the fight, but it's the safer option, and it is nice to cap a point like this in the beginning of the game. Start getting that income ticking up faster than you would otherwise. Notice the German player, the German player did capture that back point, so pretty dynamic capping from both players, or at least we could say that had the United States succeeded at all down here. Instead, mostly it's dynamic capping for the German player who's pushing deep into enemy lines, trying to get this cutoff. Cutoff is established. Good job there. Sends the Pios over to get the VPs too, so we got a 2 versus 0 VP drain against the Allies' favor. The rear echelon did end up getting into a fight anyways, so sucks to be them. Down to 2 people and a shitty bit of health. Down to 1 person and a shitty bit of health. Wow, it's all falling apart for the Americans. What the fuck is going on here? Says, what doth life? Well, what doth life? I'm glad you asked. I'm petting a cat who's in my lap right now. We have escalate to battle phase. So the oof, you're in a fucking corner. Is he gonna hit the retreat button, or is he gonna hop the fence and hit the retreat button? He hits the retreat button. Interesting choice. Probably the right choice, but also maybe the wrong choice, especially if the squad dies. Oh no, is the machine... Oh, the squad is dead, so I'm going with wrong choice, although the other choice might have also been wrong. There's maybe no right choice in that situation. Jesus Christ, this is looking bad for the Americans. I was about to say I didn't want to call the map, but oh Jesus God, I don't even want to watch. This is just putting on a clinic. Bondage Sex Party is showing you how to win these early. Oh, now finally losing an engagement, but not for long if these Pioneers... Oh God, the Pioneers... Oh wait, no. I thought that was a mortar for a sec, because I had a brain fart. Clearly the United States is not the one that just built the mortar, it's the Germans who built the mortar. And thankfully we have the M20 out. This fucking route can be reversed. And it's time for the United States to get right the hell back into this game, especially because the Germans just poured some manpower into the mortar, which is going to do fuck all versus the M20. So Bondage Sex Party showing us what can be accomplished with putting on a clinic like pigs in a blanket, says what doth life. I don't even know what that means. So German players showing us what can be accomplished if you do two things. First, good aggressive infantry usage. Well, three things. First, good aggressive infantry usage in the early game. Number two, your opponent forgets about the thing they shift clicked onto this fuel. Number three, Bondage Sex Party. Just a name like that, you can't lose, my friends. You're not going to lose with a Bondage Sex Party. Really, it's kind of a redundant name. Bondage Party kind of implies nobody has a bondage party without any sex, let's be honest here. It's like you invite people to a bondage party and do something else. No, that's not in the cards. Cards aren't even part of a bondage party. There's too much shit going on there for you to add in cards. Cards are another layer of abstraction that you really don't need. They're just trying to keep track of a lot of stuff at a bondage party. You got all the straps and the whips and the bondage accoutrement. M20. Any kills yet? 1 kill. Okay, I'm glad. Now you just need like 18 more, and you'll be back in this game. And you got to do it before the scout car comes out, and you're fasted anyways. So kind of doesn't matter because we're in the United States, so we can just drive slightly backwards and repair ourselves. But that's a great way to stretch your calves. Just love seeing that. Good fitness. Good fitness. Calisthenics were a big thing in World War I training. I'm not sure if they were a big thing in World War II training. Potentially by then we'd gotten our shit together and we're like, you know, maybe teach them how to use a gun. Anyways. So let's see. My chat is slightly cut off in Twitch, so I can't read exactly what Zombie Francis said. Zombie Francis says, it's just a bondage party for the guy saves it for later. So that's great. Oh yeah, the camo. Yes, give me more of this. Give me more of this. I hope this game goes on very long and he builds a lot of vehicles so I can see that fucking camo on everything. Beautiful, beautiful. Pioneers. 2 kills. I was expecting bigger things from these Pioneers because they did so well in the beginning of the game. The M20 is repaired. Still just 1 kill. You know what the M20 can do? Drive straight up. Oh, it's got the armored skirts, of course. Everybody gets the armored skirts. There's no reason not to get the armored skirts. So it can drive straight up to the enemy armored car, dismount the crew, fucking shoot them with bazooka. Next level strats. Never thought of that, did you? Never thought of that. Grenade package completed. Oh god, where's the things happening? I don't know. Are these guys going to try and anti-tank grenade this thing, and then the M20 can swoop in and save the day? I don't know. Are they going to hang out in green cover and then just shoot at it? That can kind of hurt it, but without the bars... Notice the health bar did lose a big chunk, but you got to penetrate is the thing, and the Garans don't have a great chance at penetrating. Whoop! The M20's like, fuck this. I don't know. It's just a tough position to be as an American who rushes M20s these days, because we're in the grips of the scout car meta. These things are going to fucking show up all the time, and that might be it. Yeah, that's it for the rear echelon. So it's just rough to be an M20 spammer, which is what I totally am. Maybe not spammer is the right word. Rusher is the right word. What doth life says? Rear echelon should get cigarettes, something, put them out like austere med packs for a buff. They get something, it upgrades to lucky strikes at 3. I don't know about that. That seems OP, but I'm not really a game balancer, so also, I really need to scroll my Twitch chat slightly to the right so I can read. 130 munis and no M20 mines says what doth life. To be fair, you need to put the M20 mine where you can be pretty much assured it's going to nail this scout car. And the guy has been fairly cautious with the scout car, all things considered. Notice it hasn't chased the M20 at all into enemy lines. It's pretty much stayed on his side of the map all the time. And obviously you can get an M20 mine down on his side of the map, but the chances of it getting spotted are higher, and then that's, of course, a waste. And they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Well, he's just dismounted, so I can't show you how expensive they are. But they're not cheap. So yes, it's good to get the M20 mines up, and that's pretty much one of the main reasons I rushed the M20. I just fucking love everything about it, including those amazing mines. But this player, Bondage Sex Party, clearly aware of the possibility of M20 mines and is playing like they're there. Notice we also have the Pios with the minesweepers. This is a good German player. And where's this bunker? I'm excited. Wow, it's a machine gun bunker. You don't see those very often, but on a long, skinny map like this, where they can cover an important VP like this, and not a lot of downsides, I don't see why not, my friends. I don't see why not. What doth life say? It costs 60 munitions. You're an M20 whore. I knew that. I don't think I knew that. I had a vague idea about how much it costs, but how many mortar kills? 2. That's better than I was expecting. I was expecting 1 mortar kill. Definitely just 1. Oh, what the fuck hit that? Oh, it's the Pack 40 built a while ago. I wanted to talk about that when it was built, but there wasn't much to say except that he built a Pack 40, and now I can say that he built a Pack 40 because the Pack 40 is here, and that was a really good positioning too. I guess lured the M20 more or less into that. The M20 did half the luring, but these people in the house were a very tempting target, seeing as you revealed your scout car over here a while ago, so your opponent presumes that it's the M20 is safe over there. Surprise, surprise, it's not safe. There's actually a thing. So these captains... This captain squad, I don't know if I'd be immobile when a mortar is firing at you. This captain squad is very important because right now it's the main AT, if you think about it, and you really want that in tippy-top shape to hit the armored car. You especially don't want it missing. Oh, no, no, put it in the house. Jesus Christ, the house has no health bar. You want them to be in tippy-top shape because, ooh, here's some mines, some teller mines. So somebody got the mine, remember? You really want it to be in tippy-top shape because you want to be chasing after the scout car, just running after it. And you can take a lot of damage as you do that because the scout car will just fire on you as it runs away, and so that's kind of a pain in the ass. So you really want the captain to be ready at a moment's notice to charge in to seize the initiative if it looks like you have a chance to catch the scout car. So United States player definitely on the back foot, has the VP advantage right now, so that's nice in terms of capped VPs. Definitely does not have the VP advantage in terms of who's got the VPs, the points. You can look at them. Maybe I should read them for you because it's so tiny. 494 for the Germans versus 355 for the Americans. Why do they make it so tiny? I guess you can see the bars though. The bars aren't so bad. I don't mind the bars. I think they're extraneous. The original Company Heroes did not have the bars, and it was easier to read the VPs. Anyways, hey, look, the machine gun bunker that Bondage Sex Party has set up is showing its true colors. Oh man, it's got a mortar too. So what a classic defense. Oh, and it's a fucking pincer movement too. I don't know what the United States player was trying to fucking do right there. Why are we crawling forward twice now? TychoCelchuuu has done very questionable things with infantry on the left-hand side of the map, who are being attacked by people who are gonna fuck them up. So I can't. Oh, nice hop out at the last possible moment, and then we're gonna zook the fuck out of this thing. Oh, that was interesting. That was a nice. That's a nice little move right there. Now they're gonna be able to get the M20 out. So good job there. Good rear defense action from the Americans. It might not be enough to keep the Huns entirely at bay, but it keeps the M20 alive for another day. Honestly, as time drags on, the M20 gets less and less effective just because the more counters are going to come out. This is a nice machine gun reposition here. Oh, but there's a captain here. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Is the mortar and the scout car going to collapse the building? Or is the captain going to kill the scout car? The captain just fires shotguns. Why didn't they help out the building anyway? So maybe they're going to try and get a grenade. You know, these people that can't even throw a grenade. Why did I even see that? These guys got fucking suppressed to hell and torn up by the LMGs. Got some good damage on these guys, but it's not going to be enough. The Germans are going to win this fight handily. The captains with their Tommy guns are maybe going to do a bit of damage to these people, but remember they have MP40s and 4 people in the squad, and the mortar's falling on them, so that's really not exciting. Should have got a Pack Howie instead of an M20, says What Doth Life. What is wrong with you? You said you're an M20 whore. How can you be an M20 whore if you're cheating on it with a Pack Howitzer, tactically speaking? Pack Howitzer, I've just never been a fan of just because it's so like low to the ground. It looks like an iguana or something. Not like I have anything against iguanas. I'm a big fan of all the animal kingdom, but I don't think iguanas belong in war. Nice smoke grenade. I don't know what the plan is, but maybe it's just to cap them in the VP. It's just like fucking stop the bleed. Wow, pushed off the machine gun. There's a full-scale retreat by the Germans, even maybe going to lose their pack. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of stuff to back up the pack. The riflemen probably not going to attack because they don't really know how vulnerable it is, and this isn't a guaranteed kill. But notice how it's got to retreat over all this red cover, fucking drag it backwards. It can't retreat like a Raketenwerfer or a normal squad. So you could have potentially killed it in the red cover. The American, I don't think, had any way of knowing how little infantry support there actually was, although he probably could have guessed, seeing as he is sort of a full-scale infantry retreat from the Germans. I think he also knew the squad was over here in the house, maybe knew they were capping there, so you got to figure the German doesn't have a lot of resources left. That was a nice fake out on the grenade. I don't know why it was here though. why you thought the opponent was going to hop out on that side. I suppose the idea was that the German grenadiers were going to try and chase you down and kill you. Hello, there's a bunker here. Hello, what do you think was going to happen? But anyways, misjudges the thing. They were going to hop out. And also, if you're going to try and fake them out with the grenade throw at the door, I think it's better to go for the further door and hope they get out that one because that looks more like the grenade is going into the house. They might not even realize that it's being faked at the door, and that might not give them enough time to dodge it. So that's my own opinion. But on the other hand, if the United States player was pretty sure they were going to get it out of this door, then obviously you fake it out and throw it at that door. It just didn't work out that time, and I was just questioning the ability of the United States player to guess that it was going to come out of that door. And we have a Panzer IV. Panzer IV rhymes with door. You know what more rhymes with door? I'm blanking. Everybody in chat, type something that rhymes with door. That's not Panzer IV or more. And not core either, because I just thought of core. So that one's fucking mine, guys. Are these German smoke? No, clearly this is American smoke. I was like, it looks like American smoke. That's clearly where the American would put the smoke, but I thought the Germans had the mortar. The answer being they both got mortars. And of course the Americans have a mortar. Why would the Americans not have a mortar? The Americans always build a mortar. Many minutes ago, What Doth Life said mortar lol. Presumably in response to the mortar being, oh look, Darley Sage took a thing. Heavy cab doctrine. Have we used it for anything yet? I don't think so. Maybe we'll see some Rangers. How's the Panzer IV doing? Got beat up by bazooka must have been these bazookas. Doesn't look like, okay, well, that was a mistake. These people just shot their bazookas at the infantry squad, which means they can't fire a shot at the Panzer IV until they reload. That was unfortunate. What Doth Life says fleur rhymes with mur. Don't know about that. Yeah, so this is looking bad for the United States. The captain had to retreat. These riflemen really ought to have retreated. You're not going to do much versus the Panzer IV. Now these riflemen are going to run in. I guess the infantry are cleared off the point, but with the MG plus the Panzer IV, you're not going to accomplish anything except maybe getting some damage in on these guys who are inadvisedly in red cover. Thank goodness they're moving. Now the American pushed off as it should have been. The American had no way of holding that center point, and I don't know what the plan was there. But this is a nice American mortar. It's going to be able to bombard the very predictable agglomeration of enemy troops. This place used to have more trees, right? Will it change that? Maybe I'm making shit up. Another bunker. Is this going to be an MG bunker? I think, my friends, it will. It doesn't have to be, but it will be. How many kills there? 3. How many kills the United States mortar? It's got 2 United States mortars. One's retreating though, so I can't tell. It's got the kills. Are you done yet? No, you're not done yet. Whew. So the United States player very slowly being pinned in. Things looking bad, but you never count them out when they've got, hey, Narfwak is here. What's up, Narfwak? You never want to count out the United States player when they've got an AT gun like this. Notice it's making mincemeat. The scout car was just one shot. Unfortunately for it, the scout car was at max range, so that's the end of that thing. It does put it out of commission for a little while. 2 PIO squads should have no trouble repairing it, but that's PIO squads out of commission also for a little bit. Narfwak asking, is this a match live or a replay? It's live. You can tell because you don't see the time left here on the thing. It's just sort of it's a bar that makes very little sense. But yes, we are watching live in progress now. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're not watching live, obviously. But, that's what's up. So yeah, you don't want to discount the United States yet. With the AT guns, they can keep building more AT guns, and even with M20 mines, although no munitions, where all the munitions going, presumably on bazookas and bars. Yeah, you can kill these German tanks real fast. And once you kill the German tanks, riflemen are no slouches. They can kill things. Are we just not building this anymore? Yeah, now we're building. We're power building. We're StarCraft. Wait, no, StarCraft you can't power build. We're not StarCraft. That's the only thing we aren't. Of all the things we aren't. Of all the things we are, StarCraft isn't one of them. What Doth Life says, no commander for the Oster yet. Spotting 222 seems good here. Good fucking call, because you just picked a commander, and it's the spotting scope commander. So that's excellent there. And this is what happens when you blob. Whew. I definitely understand the impulse to blob. Blobbing is power. Blobbing is strength. But you just all get suppressed, and then everybody dies. And if you lose your AT gun here, I would pretty much throw in the towel. That was a really excellent mortar hit, bringing these people low enough for the Grenadiers to... Oh, but that was... What the hell was that? That was the United States mortar, I suppose. And wow, well, so it's a It's a draw. The M20 is going to die to the pack. Did you hear the cat? I don't know. The cat's maybe too far away for you to hear that one. Oh, but good. The pack is here to finish off the AT gun with the help of the Panzer IV. So this could be the end. There are enough bazookas maybe in the offing to piss off the Panzer IV, but little else. Oh, the AT gun got recruited. Wasn't expecting that. That's a ballsy move. I don't know if it's going to be able to get out. I'm going to take no for 200, Alex, but almost makes it. I like these pioneers. Just fuck up those mortars. Fuck up those mortars. Fuck up the AT gun. Fuck everything up. Pioneers on the warpath, and that's the end of the AT gun. Boom! And with that, I think we can call it for the Germans. This is looking pretty great. We got triple vet grenadiers. Although, to be fair, these people are triple vet too. Oh, God. They got bazooka. Now the American player cut off. The only chance here is... a tank destroyer. That's interesting. I was thinking the only chance was an AT gun. Lure them in. Same sort of thing you were trying before, but this time do it better. But, you know, tank destroyer, hard to argue against. There's no infantry AT, aside from the Fausts from the Grenadiers. There is the Pack 40, which you have to worry about, but this isn't the hardest map in the world to flank a Pack 40. It is long and skinny, but it's long and skinny and sort of divided into three sort of sections, and so you just got to go down the section that the Pack 40 isn't in, and you can easily end up behind it, and then it's just, you can move fast enough to get around it. But the German player does have such a wonderful front line at this point. 2 bunkers established in an MG, so it's going to be very hard to sneak anything past anybody on the German line. We'll just see what the M30... Did I call this an M10? Clearly I meant an M36. You all just replaced that in your heads as soon as I said it, obviously, because it's so obvious. We've dropped to 100 points. It's not a triple VP cap yet, and surprisingly the German does not seem to have a bee in their bonnet about making that happen. Is slightly low on infantry, I suppose, and it's more important to keep the American pinned in than it is to get that triple cap going, but I would like to see the triple cap. That's the sort of pressure that could turn a very good game into a easily won game. The Pioneers instead are building a fuck-off infantry, or a fuck-off artillery cannon, which I can't condone. You can never condone that sort of behavior. That sort of thing is a war crime, effectively, not in real life, but in Company Heroes 2. Artillery is a war crime. We have a minefield. Doesn't do anything. Also not like real life. Also, unlike in real life, nobody is using rats to sniff out the mines. That would be cool if they added that in DLC. Obviously, that wasn't a thing in World War II, but I think Company Heroes 2 has been out for long enough that we can move into speculative fiction territory and add some rats. Rats in any capacity, I would kind of be a fan of. So we have an assault on literally every front by the Americans, a defense on literally every front by the Germans. Looks like we got a double Faust in, pretty expected. That's the only thing around to deal with the M20. Although there's a scout car, I'm surprised we're not seeing the scout car dive in and kill everything. A major up there lending moral support, and little else. Rifleman unsurprisingly destroyed in the center, and Rifleman unsurprisingly forced off on the right. Didn't see any smoke grenade or anything. Down to 50 VPs. Did manage to cap the VP in the middle somehow, but I think this is the last gasp for the American player. That was a cool assault, but it's unfortunate we're never actually going to see, yeah, the M36 try any of that cool shit. So that's interesting. Tech all the way up to M36, actually build the fucking thing and never even get the chance to use it just because the German defense was that fucking locked down and didn't want to get into a slug match because that would have just eventually turned into a Pack 40 slug match, and you lose that if you're an M36. So that was a cool game. Wonderful play by Bondage Sex Party. Wonderful name by Bondage Sex Party. And the cats are freaking out, so I think I'll stop the recording right here.